Next out of the gate, though, a UCI World Cup winner on his debut back in Lenzerheide at Jordan Williams. British rider getting back to his best. Where is he on the splits so far on this one? Williams is faster. 2.2 seconds now, Josh.
Jordan Williams. Now, I think he's been benefiting from this extra time. The pressure is on. He's been having to do Q1 and Q2 in both rounds so far this season.
He likes this new bike as well with the over-bottom bracket suspension design. Jordan Williams is about to go fastest here in Loudenvielle, Périgueux, as he crosses the line and goes into first position by 2.3 seconds. Laurent Delorme. Lucas Shaw, another fast American, leaves the start hut on that Canyon Collective machine. Another man.
Yesterday, he was up. He was almost
up at the first split here by half a second.
He was up in the first two splits yesterday. Made a bit of a mistake in that key section, so he's looking to clean that up. I know Troy and him were working hard this morning on their bike setup, but the confidence is growing with Luca.
There's your top five so far then. Williams, Pinkerton, Piron, Wayman and Colbin. Nico, you know this man as well as anyone. This will be one for him today.
Yeah, did you see how strong he was out of the start? Pull manualing over that roller, some of the strongest pedal strokes we've seen. It's no wonder that he's fastest at these motorway splits.
And by half a second, that's nothing to sneeze at in the upper section like that. There's zero time.
There is time. There is time at this top section. We saw Miriam Nicole exploit it. 0.2 of a second back at the second split on that time of Williams. So he needs to have a good middle of the course here because we know Williams was extremely fast towards the flag.
He's carrying some good speed over those big holes through that steep section here. One little chance to rest and then hold it back on from here.
He's 1/10 of a second faster and he clears that big gap with ease, Josh, but just gets bobbled slightly by that hole.
Just a little bit. That carries a little bit of weight with it down this hill.
And let's see.
Maybe it was a strategy.
Where's that?
Stressing.
Ends up. There's Fabien Perel with Troy Broth, his teammate, watching on. Fabien, as always, fully committed to this one. 0.03 of a second back on that time of Williams. We know Williams was super fast from here on. Lucas Shaw is going to have to do something if he wants to knock Jordan Williams out of the hot seat. But maybe, just maybe, he has enough in the tank. Lucas Shaw down the line, second place by 0.6. Here we go. Jackson Goldstone getting ready to go for the Santa Cruz Syndicate. Missed just about all of last season due to injury. Has already won Red Bull Hardline this season. Would love to get back to winning UCI Downhill World Cups yet again. Said he'd been ill in Bielsko-Biała earlier in the week. A bug that had done the rounds in the camp.
Now, interestingly, Jackson's been struggling with this upper section. He's one of the lighter riders we have, so he struggles with the high speeds at the top, yet that's his advantage down lower as it gets steeper. Look at that inside line, Jackson Goldstone.
Absolutely superb bike riding from Jackson Goldstone. Nico, that looked like it worked.
It looked awesome. He cut the whole apex of that turn, missed all the deep holes, missed the soft spot, still carried great exit speed.
Jackson Goldstone stepping into the piece of track which is in his favour. The speed, the lightness, the power, the strength.
0.6 of a second at split 2 now for Jackson Goldstone. So he's lost of 1/10 of a second, but crucially, he's out of the win now. The top 5 as things stand. Jordan Williams, Lucas Shaw, Pinkerton, Piron, Wayman. There we go. This is going to be maximum Jackson through here.
This is what we've been waiting for. We missed this in Poland earlier in the year, but Jackson Goldstone, he had a great ride earlier in February and he's back.
Nico, is there a danger that he's overriding this at the minute?
I think he's doing right what he needs to. He's in touch. He's where he needs to be. And this is the section where he's going to make up time. This has his name all over it.
He got a little unsettled there. Now, this is the crucial part. He's riding right to the limit. He smacks that hole.
Look at the speed that Jackson Goldstone rails around that rough, survives that corner that took out Charlie Hatton. Nico, this is looking really, really good so far.
It's looking very aggressive, and I think it's hard to tell how fast he's going because he's riding it so smoothly.
Yeah, Jackson Goldstone has absolutely hit that third sector that we know that can be key. And he's 1.4 seconds faster. Does the big gap, but tags the lip on the way through.
Gets the high line over the scrub wall. Jackson Goldstone, he's been struggling with the track this week, but look at the speed he's carrying. He moves off the pocket of line here.
Moves us back from our own monitors here in the booth. Jackson Goldstone, 1.4 seconds faster. He's 2.4 seconds faster. Just as I say that, the Santa Cruz Syndicate star is heading for the hot seat here in Loudenvielle Peyragoux. If he can get the job done and get to the line, this is Jackson Goldstone back at his scintillating best, and he's heading for the hot seat here in Loudenvielle Peyragoux by 2.9 seconds. Jordan Williams can hardly look. What a performance from one of the sport's biggest stars, Jackson Goldstone. Nathan Ponvian gets ready to go, getting better and better every time out. Won an IXS Downhill European Cup, Santiago de Besteros, earlier in the season, and he's just one of those riders that there's a lot of chat about him. He got a junior win in Mont Saint Anne. Ponvian! 1.3 seconds.
Go on, give us a bit. Oh, this is good.
Run, hanging the back end of it. Oh, why not, Nico?
Can tell he's comfy. He's loving it.
Didn't you just say something about putting his mature head on?
Well, Schrolt that turn and whipped the last jump, so maybe he's just getting in the right mindset for this.
Fun is fast. He's having a good time here. He's in France. He's already put the work in.
Really, really nice line.
And he's not far off.
Ponvian, oh, getting squirrely, getting loose, back end dancing left, right, manages to hold it straight, about as loose as we've seen through there, Nico.
It was loose, but it was fast.
Ponvian is charging here. This is an electric run. Hold on to it, Leroy, through the key section.
This is one of the most entertaining runs of the day. Nathan Ponvian is not being overawed by the occasion, destroys that corner.
Look at him, looks effortless too.
If this one gets to the line, it will be one of the runs of the weekend already from Nathan Ponvian. Santa Cruz Goodman's. Oh, does the big gap? Of course he does.
2.7 back from Jackson Goldstone over the scrub wall.
Scrubs over the wall, back in, wants to step out, keeps it straight.
Now remember, Goldstone is 2.9 up on Jordan Williams.
Here comes Nathan Ponvian down the line. Chapeau to this man. What a run that was. 3.1 seconds and applause in the booth as well. Here we go. Amaury Piron sets off in Loudenvielle Peyragoux. Can he get a win? Or is Jackson Goldstone going to take victory here for the Santa Cruz Syndicate?
Now we've already seen how good this Commensal bike rides.
Oh, look at this.
Bergier's bike was set up immaculately, but he was so close to the limit there. Amaury Piron's been putting in the work this week. Definitely a level above of everyone else we've seen on track.
Nico, he's looking absolutely perfect across that top section, Piron.
You can see the aggression in his riding. He's got this style, and he's coming out here throwing everything he has at it and hasn't put a tire wrong.
Is this back to Val di Sole 2024, Piron? Let's have a look. 1.4 seconds faster for Amaury Piron.
Which is really impressive in the first 40 seconds of track where there's not much to it.
We saw this from Miriam Nicole as well before her crash. She was perfect up top here, and Commensal muck off. Look at the angle he hit that corner at. Piron straight on the pedals as well, Josh.
Now he's one run in. He's only done Q1. Jackson Goldstone. Regardless, this is going to be a great result. The flares go crazy, and the fans are on their tippy toes.
Piron through the woods now, 180 beats per minute on the Whoop Live. Gets to work in the woods. Jackson Goldstone was scintillating through here. Piron has to lift the bar one more time. Nico, is he going to do it?
He looks like he's doing everything right. He's fast, he's aggressive, and he hasn't put a tire wrong.
Key point, maintains that rut there, carries exceptional speed out. Wow, this is the run we've been waiting for.
The core strength to ride a downhill bike like this from Amaury Piron is absolutely ferocious. Look at Max Commensal at the bottom. Look at Jackson Goldstone stood by himself, watching what might be his chances of winning his third UCI World Cup disappear. He's 7 tenths of a second faster now. It's split free, so he has lost time, but he's still in the green.
Has he gone too fast up the top? He's still got a bit of time up his sleeve. He is absolutely pin perfect at the bottom. He loses a bit of speed here. Time's going to come back to Goldstone.
He's lost a little bit there, a little bit. He's 4 tenths of a second back now. The lights go red for the first time for Amaury Piron, but there is time down here. Piron sends the bike across that piece, turns hard right off the Red Bull drop, turns right again, one more corner to go. UCI Downhill World Cup. The French fans are stunned. Piron did oh so much right, but just couldn't get the win. Jackson Goldstone, his third UCI Downhill World Cup. Superb stuff. Jackson Goldstone taking the win in Loudenvielle, Périgueux.
Jackson Goldstone, Jordan Williams.